Hey Aquarius, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. As you can see, we got a little bit of a new setup here up in my gold room, the studio. And also I'd like to introduce you to the Mary L. Tarot. So this is my personal tarot deck that I've used for the longest, and lately she's just really been wanting to speak more publicly and give readings for you all. So I honor her requests, and here we are. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I highly recommend checking out, sorry, just the Eight of Swords has been coming out forever. So many people. I highly recommend checking out the videos that were posted in the beginning of September. One second. Okay, Aquarius, this whole little story just fell out. Okay, so check out the readings for the beginning of September. If you already watched them, a rewatch mid-month would be probably pretty stellar. I'm just taking a look, see, I'll get right back to you. Okay. All right. Well, weird. We're starting off here with the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords being energy of feeling trapped, especially mentally, feeling stuck in some way. And it's interesting with the Mary L because here's this gate, and in the story, Mary White writes about being on the other side of the gate and looking through at this ideal future or kind of a place that you want to go, but somehow you feel separate from that. You feel like, oh, that's not for me, or that's too far away. You know, there's some sort of obstacle here, but the reality is, if you look closer, there's actually no latch on that gate. There's no latch. You could just push it and walk through. It's interesting. This stuck out for me for one other sign. Leo, maybe? The three birds seem significant. Something about threes here, and you also have the Three of Wands. So something about the number three. The number three feels like spiritual alignment to me. It feels like mind, body, spirit. Aligning, integrating in order to give you the push you need to get through this perceived obstacle. And you know what? It may be a bit of an obstacle. I'm not saying the message of it's all in your head by any means. But the obstacle may be less potent than you think it is. I think that's the message. Something with these three birds on a wire. That song, that Regina Spektor song just came into my head, and I don't even know what it's called. But she goes, two birds on a wire, one something something and the other wants to go higher. I may have totally made up the last lyric, but it's something about that's like, it's for you specifically, Aquarius. It's coming through as this is kind of an obstacle, part of the obstacle for you. Maybe it's a group of people in your life, or like family obstacle, or I don't know. But whatever it is, it feels like absolutely barring your way, this like path that you want to take. And it looks like there's an emperor. I saw this in Leo's video too, I think. There's like this figure who I'm seeing as the emperor because of the red in the doorway waving, which is wild because of all the years I've looked at these cards, I've never noticed that until that Leo reading, and I was like, ah. as a person. And so there's something over here beckoning you, but there's something in the way. And then we have the Queen of Cups. This is so emotional for you, Aquarius. This is deeply, whatever this is, that you seem to be like barred from this. It's just like all of the emotions inside of you are welling up. I don't know what this is. It's deeply emotional. It's like I'm getting like an emotional breakthrough because of the third eye, the lotus here on the third eye, just like I'm seeing this as a geyser, like gushing, like something keeping, okay, this is interesting now. Something keeping your emotions caged. Maybe you're doing that. You're keeping your emotions caged. You're keeping your feelings very much like behind here. You know, maybe you've put up the gate. I don't know, but you're just dripping over here. Again, this is something maybe about like where you feel at home emotionally because of Cancer energy, this crab right over the heart. Again, 3 pearls. 3s are coming through. 3, like 3s are coming through big time here. Threes are also creativity, you know? Creative awakening. Well, since I'm talking about it, here it is. This is the 3 of Wands. That Kundalini rising, that spiritual awakening to the third eye. I love this card because I see this eye as like a monster eye. And I see that as like a really good thing, you know? Like this... it's almost like the eye of the Cyclops remains closed, you know, that eye being right here. The eye of this giant being that you are, Aquarius, so like it remains closed until the snake and the eye meet, and then suddenly, you know, it like flashes open, this monster eye. It feels very animal, reptile, something. Not quite human. I'm into it. It's like this something is awakening inside of you. And this could be creatively. This could be, you know, emotionally. I don't know, but something is awakening. And again, interesting, fascinating. Wow. We have something in the background kind of like blocking the way, or at least like attempting to. And I also, for the first time in the mid-September readings, realized about the hands in the background of this card. See the hands like this? It's really subtle and my camera's not great. I hope you can see it. Something is like, no, but it's happening. The beast is awoke. The beast has awoken. All right, the beast has awoken here. There's also this awakening energy present as well, where this third eye would be gushing emotionally. So this very well could be a deeply emotional awakening. This is also, you know, like the earthly high priestess. This is a deeply spiritual card, both of these being energies of spiritual awakening. So what you could be experiencing is a massive spiritual awakening of a sort, either through something creative or something very emotional, or both. You know, often they're both things. So this is interesting. Okay, you're having this awakening. And look, Ace of Pentacles. There's some sort of, what I'm getting from this is there's a seed being planted to take you. Again, we have the image of the Kundalini rising, the snake, but it's ending in that double axe. I hope you can see the labyrinth in the belly of this minotaur, in the belly of this beast. Speaking of beasts having awoken, check you out. Or you or something else, you know, maybe this is the opportunity, or the whatever this is like perhaps the catalyst for this awakening in you. And you know, regarding the Eight of Swords, I imagine that, yeah, I'm getting like chills up my head. I'm imagining that this is pretty big energy. It's going to be hard to keep it like behind, especially such flimsy bars for very long, because this wants to like, whoosh, you know. But right now it seems to be, you know, the ace is potential. It's all about potential. But whatever this is, this awakening inside of you has the potential to really, this is such earth energy. I'm really seeing the wheat. So that's Virgo energy. That could be talking about like Virgo season, since we're still in Virgo season here. Yeah, wow. Check the hand. See the hand right there? Just this like massive power, and it actually feels like this hand was covering this thing up, and then it just went, you know, and like revealed something very interesting. And what it revealed is this incredible labyrinth, this maze, and I see this as like the maze at the base of something, you know, sorry, the images are hard to explain. There's like this massive thing at the end of this labyrinth that, of course, there's no way for you to see when you're inside the labyrinth, but whatever this is, it's an opening. It's an opening, an invitation for you to go to traverse this territory. And notice how it's inside, you know, this inner labyrinth. I mean, it could be external. We're dealing with earth energy, earth potential. But whatever this is, it has the potential for a long-term journey of ascension for you. And also, I have a feeling something that is very much like tangible as well. It's not just all a spiritual journey. It's interesting because here we have the spiritual, emotional journey being awakened, and the catalyst being something very much of the earth. Oh, yeah. The energy coming from this reading is really exciting. Oh, interesting. Okay. Then we have the Hermit, which I'm realizing is more Virgo energy. So this really could be like awakening the Virgo in you. You know, we have a lot of planets in Virgo right now in Virgo season. So I wouldn't be surprised if all of that Virgo energy is like kicking up in you in some way. You know, we all have Virgo in our chart somewhere. But regardless, Virgo season could just really be a catalyst for this. Or again, like maybe this is someone that embodies that energy in your life. This is about going within. So if this is an invitation, it's inviting you to go on this journey. This is like the overarching energy for this reading. And it's inviting you to go on this journey to kind of, you know, push through the perceived obstacles, because it's over there waving with an invitation, you know. I think something like that came through in your earlier September reading. But again, talking about like this emotional gush, this emotional like whatever this is also showing up here. There's a wave crashing, and perhaps that as that wave crashes, it's like you need to go within and find where your soul is speaking to you. See the wind? I love this hermit because it's got all of these elements here of water and air in what is typically this very earth energy. And I find it so refreshing because my experience of hermit energy is this. Yes, it is also very grounded and of the earth and whatever, but and sort of weighted in that way. But God, inside and spiritually and emotionally, this very much can be what it feels like, this sort of takeover that forces you to it like grounds you. And I don't mean earth. What I mean is stops you in your tracks. You know, this when a tidal wave comes and takes you over, you cannot progress forward in the same way that you were. You've got to deal with this tidal wave. And so there's something here. Oh, I'm also seeing the cape of the hermit now, the cloak of the hermit actually as the clamshell opening just a little bit, and we have the pearls. There's something on the clamshell's opening, and there's something inside that's being like it's opening because of the tidal wave. Whatever this is opening that clamshell inside of you. But and you've got your lantern, and it's like you're gonna go inside. You're going in the cave. You're going in the clamshell, and you're going to see what's there. What is this opening inside of me? Whoa. But the reason I say, sorry, I got off track. Okay, I'm seeing all sorts of stuff in this. So we have water, we have air, we have earth because it's inherently the Virgo card. But look, we have fire. That's the Eight of Wands. That's the Eight of Wands in the background. That's like comets, shooting stars, meteor shower, fairies. But it's fire. This is that Eight of Wands whoosh, movement, the energetic movement here, you know, making this wave happen. Oh my God, we're already at 20 minutes. I knew this is because the whole story came out. I have to tell it. Okay. And then there's something about this blowing winds of change from inside of you. That's how I see the wind coming out of the hermit. It's like blowing the winds of change inside of your mind. Okay. All right. So whatever. This happens. You're having an awakening. You're pushing through blockages. You're going into the clamshell. And then Aquarius. God, this is just... inside, this feels like what you find inside the clamshell. Here's you, the star. Here you are, Aquarius. Gorgeous, just grace energy. This is grace. You know? I mean, this is just... see the wounds, healing, 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 healing to the core, down to the root, into the depths of you, you know, the like emotional, sexual depths of you, and then up into the heart, the love, the opening of you, and then across in every direction, from the hands to the feet. It's just like there's something here about all parts of you being opened up inside of this clamshell, you know, all parts of you being opened up And look at your size, Aquarius. These are all people down here. Look how big you grow inside of this energy. It's like you realize your size. I think you realize just, I saw 2020, Judgment, Priestess, Union. Wasn't that the title of your September reading? Spiritual Union? Whatever that is, whatever that energy was that came through in the September reading, I think it's this. It's like this catalyst. Even if it's just like this thing inside of you that's emerging, the Minotaur inside of you. But it's showing you your capacity to heal yourself and others. This is also for me like gifts raining down, like manna from heaven. And we're paired with the moon. So what I'm actually getting from this is that both of these energies exist, and it's almost like this is the catalyst for this. This is sort of like down the road a little bit, maybe you'll find this energy in yourself. But first, in the clamshell, you're going through a bit of a death process because we have the vulture here. And I see this, the moon, the moon is like when things are a bit dark and you can't see the way forward and you don't know quite what's going on. It can be an energy of I don't know what's real. It can be an energy of, what is illusion, what is fantasy, what is truth. I don't know. It's hard to tell. We do have a Pisces full moon coming up, so this could be speaking towards that Pisces full moon. But notice the grief that comes off this card is very real to me. It's the kind of open mouth sob, like it's like when your sternum is sobbing. Do you know what I mean? That just this like, oh God, it's completely from the core of you and it's uncontrollable. It's absolutely uncontrollable when that kind of energy hits. And I'm not saying someone's going to die necessarily, but what I'm saying is there's something here for you in the moon energy, maybe in the energy of the Pisces moon, because that moon is really culminating energy that was started in January, like some process that was started back in January, that the moon is really culminating this in a really big way. We've also got a couple of planets like at the 29th degree of Virgo. I think it's Venus and Mercury maybe on the 29th degree of Virgo, like just ready to pop into Libra. And that 29th degree is an incredibly powerful shift. 2 3 3 3 3 3 3, Aquarius. I don't know. There's just something in that clamshell within you that is composting, that is, and it will not be wasted here with the vulture. The vulture's ready and waiting for this thing to perish so that it can get in and do what carrion feeders do. Digest. Help with that cycle of life, death, rebirth. And rebirth looks like this. This is shit. This is death and resurrection. That's exactly what this is. Because look, it's the wounds of Christ here. This is death and resurrection. Aquarius. What are you doing inside this clamshell? I'm telling you, you're gonna die and be reborn. as everything that you are in the fullness of your Aquarius power. Whoa, 25 minutes. Jesus Lord. Okay, I'm gonna keep pulling cards, believe it or not. I think there's more that we can tap into here to figure out exactly what this catalyst is, and you know, maybe a little bit more about the obstacle or the perceived obstacle that you have. So I'm going to keep pulling cards. If you are interested in that extended, you can follow the link over to Patreon at the most affordable rate. You can view the video for your sun sign, or you can follow me onto Instagram, where you just DM me and I'll give you the one-off if you're interested in that. But if not, thank you so much for joining me here. And Aquarius, this feels like some really, really deep, exciting energy. So, I don't know, I'm excited for you. And if you want to stay in touch moving forward into October, just click that subscribe button and we'll stay connected as we move forward. Okay, so Aquarius, thanks for watching and take care. I'll talk to you soon.